we're really honored today to have one of our members here who's been with us in Chicago since September. And I just want to invite him up here to talk with you for 4 to 5 minutes about his journey through Back on My Feet. So Mayo, if you can join me. I'm just going to stand to the left of you, okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, I'm going to stay up here, though.
Wow. How do I follow such an interesting and inspirational speech? Let's give another round of applause to Ann. My name is Mayo, and I am humbly grateful for this opportunity to stand before the Essential family and share my experiences as a member of Back on My Feet. Let me start with a paraphrase. A successful person is one who can lay a solid foundation with the bricks others have thrown at them. I came to St. Leonard's House, which is a transitional house for ex-felons, after serving 29 and a half years in the Illinois Department of Corrections. While sitting on the patio early one morning, I observed a group of people huddled in a circle with some of my peers. Naturally, I became curious and wanted to know what was going on. Upon inquiring, I was pleasantly surprised to learn that this gathering was a nonprofit organization called Back on My Feet, whose volunteers came on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5:45 a.m. and on Saturdays at 7 a.m. to run with residential members experiencing homelessness. Being an avid runner, I wanted to become a part of such an enthusiastic and dedicated group. It took several weeks before I was able to join Back on My Feet. Back on My Feet members, upon meeting or departing, have a unique custom of hugging each other, which was made perfectly clear to me by Ann during the first annual Back on My Feet birthday bash held at the Renaissance Hotel. I approached Ann to tell her how much I had enjoyed her speech, and she looked at my outstretched hand and said, "What is this? We don't do that," and gave me a big hug. Back on My Feet is a great organization that is about running, but more so about life. Running is a metaphor for life. There are many mornings when I dread getting up early in the morning to run 2, 3, 4, or 5 miles, and sometimes I question my own sanity for volunteering to run with Back on My Feet. But just as in life, there are always going to be things we don't want to do. So the first lesson Back on My Feet members learn is discipline. I am proud to say that I have maintained 100% attendance. Members are given incentives for milestones reached: 5 miles, 25 miles, 50 miles, 100 miles, 250 miles, and 300 miles. Wristbands, T-shirts, watches, cameras, and running shoes are all rewards for members' hard work and determination. Everyone wants to be appreciated. Back on My Feet also gives each member financial aid. If you meet certain criteria, for example, you must keep your attendance over 90%, and you must attend 3 courses before being able to assess this financial aid. Skill for Succeed is one of those courses. You must participate in morning runs and be active in races and functions. I have thoroughly enjoyed doing all of this. The social skills learned from Back on My Feet enable us to champion the hurdles we ex-offenders and homeless face in life. Were it not for Back on My Feet paying my security deposit, allow me to show you this. These are the keys to my apartment. I moved into my apartment on May the 1st, It's only furnished with an echo right now, but it's mine. It's It's my abode, it's my apartment, it's my Casa Grande, you know. In closing, if anyone here doubts the validity and need for Back on My Feet, in which a center plays a vital role, they need only to look at me, who less than a year ago was released from prison, homeless, destitute, with no place to go. But thanks to the inspiration of Back on My Feet volunteers, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some of their names. Hugs to Josh, Kate, Terry, Gavin, Doug, Ann, another Kate, there's two Kates, Becky, Kelly, Shelley, Brett, Paige, Ashley, Bess, Catherine, Andy, Alex, Abe, Jose, and Crystal. And if I missed anyone, I apologize. In closing, I would like to give each and every one of you a big Back on My Feet hug, and thank you.
It's so good.
Right.
It's so good.
All
I'm just going to say a couple things.
All right, thank you.
Just say it's okay. Thank you, Mayo. Thank you. Good job, Mayo.